Hey, eBay dropshippers and other eBay sellers. I'm going to make a video here about sellers limits on eBay, and it's going to be a two-part series. The first one is just going to be about sellers limits in general and also about some hacks to get around them. And the second video, I'm going to be calling eBay to ask for a seller's increase. If you hear a weird noise in the background, that's my little puppy. Just got a new toy. It squeaks, so I apologize, but it's keeping him busy. Okay, so on to the topic. So for those of you that don't know, almost every eBay account has a limit on how many items it can list and sell each month. When you start out, that limit is usually 10 items or $1,000, whichever you hit first. So what that means is that, let's say you've sold $200 worth of products. Oh geez, getting a little slow here. So like I said, when you start out, your limit's usually 10 items or $1,000. So let's say you've sold $200 worth of items. That's the price you have it listed for on eBay. So you take $1,000, which is your limit, you minus 200, you could still sell and list $800 worth of products. Another way of looking at it is if you've sold $200 worth of products and you have listed $300 worth of products, that's a total of $500. You could still list another $500 worth of products. But of course, there's also a cap on the number of items. So like I said, the usual limit for new sellers is 10 items. So if you've sold 3 items, you can still sell and list 7 more items, right? But let's say you sold 3 items, plus you have listed 5 more. You can still sell 2 more, because 5 plus 3 is 8. 10 minus 8 is 2 more items. So it's whichever one you hit first, the item limit or the monetary limit. Now if you sell well on eBay, you'll get an increase. Either eBay will do this for you automatically, you'll get an email saying congratulations, you got a seller's increase, or you'll have to call in for an increase. And the increases only occur once every 30 days, once a month. So you should put a little note in your calendar when you get your first increase. Put a note for 30 days later and say, call eBay again for another increase. So let me show you where you go on eBay to see what your seller's limit is, and then I'll go into some ways to, some little hacks to kind of get around them. So this is my eBay account. If you go up to where it says My eBay in the top right, next to the bell, and click Selling, that will open a new page. And right in the middle, it's going to say Monthly Selling Limits, this box right in the middle. And the first line tells me what my limits are this month. It says you can sell up to 150 items or up to $5,000 per month. And today is currently, you can see on the top right, March 28th. 2017. So on March 1st, I was given a limit increase of 150 items or $5,000 per month. And it will show me the number of items I've sold. I've sold 132 items this month and $4,784.18 worth of items. And the number I've listed is 7. So 132 plus 7, 50 minus that total is 11, and $4,784.18 plus the $198.19 I've listed. Subtract that from 5,000, you get $17.63. So that's what's left that I can sell. So as you can see, I've almost sold out my store, so I really need a seller's increase. I'm really hoping for a big one tomorrow when I call eBay. So some little hacks to get around sellers increases, sellers limits, sort of. Let's say you have one item that sells really well. Maybe you sell it once a week or a couple times a week, or maybe even once a day. you're going to want to keep relisting that item. But if you hit your limit, then you're not going to be able to relist it. So what I usually do is I'll delete one of my items that hasn't sold at all and doesn't have a lot of views. And by deleting it, I clear up some room for that more popular item. Now that I'm getting towards the end of the month here, and I've deleted a whole lot of items in order to make room for my most popular items, I'm down to the point where I have to choose between very popular items or items that have sold at least once, if not twice. And I don't want to delete items that have already sold once, because I want to keep those listings active. I believe that it helps generate the sales, and it helps with eBay ranking if the item is already sold at least once. So what I've started doing is I go and I edit the item, and I change the price of the item to 99 cents, and I change the quantity to 0. And by doing this, it's still going to count against the number I can have listed, this middle number. But it's not going to count against the amount I have listed. Well, it's only going to count $1 against the amount I have listed. So that's going to give me a little bit more wiggle room to work in there, to sell maybe my more popular items that I want to relist. So that's basically all for this video. Like I said, the next video I'm going to be calling eBay, asking for a limit increase. As I said earlier, you can only get the rule is that you can only get a seller's limit increase every 30 days. But another little hack is that if you sell really, really well on eBay, they'll actually give you a seller's limit increase 2 days earlier if you call and make a good case. So unfortunately, I didn't record that phone call, but a few days ago, I did call eBay and said, look at my stats. I've sold 132 out of my 150 listings. I've only have about $250 left to sell. And I only have, because of that, I can only list about 7 items, and I'm running out of room here. And then the representative I spoke to completely agreed with me, but he said there's nothing he can do. The best he can do is give me an increase 2 days early. So that's something that most people don't know about, I don't think. So tomorrow I'll be placing that second phone call, and I'm going to be recording it, and I'll make a video about it. And I hope you all will join me for that video as well. Okay. If you have any questions about seller's limits increase or any other videos you want me to do, make sure to put a comment below. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up, and subscribe if you want. All right.